Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am so sorry it's been days since I've done anything. I'm just preparing to go to surgery and trying to get everything done for Christmas and getting my house done, everything cleaned, because I know it's going to be a few weeks before I can do anything again. So I'm just trying to get everything ready. But I wanted to talk to y'all today. Of course, I've got social media accounts across many different platforms and talk to people constantly about canning and different things. And I've noticed over the past few months that I get more and more questions from people about canning on glass top stoves and alternatives for that. So I want to talk to y'all today about the burners that I use for my canning. And I use them for lots of stuff, even just cooking. If I'm cooking a big meal, that gives me an extra burner that I can use, if I've got my stovetop covered up. So I want to show you this right fast and talk to you about the specs for what you need. Okay, so you can see here that what I have is a Cadco. Now I also have one that is a Broil King, but it is an identical unit, probably made in the same factory and has a different label on the front of it. But Cadco makes two different ones. They make one that can be used with a 120 outlet or a 110 outlet or a 220 outlet. This one is the 1500 watt. Now I've done a little research, and there are a few that you can buy that are 1600 or 1800. You want to make sure that you don't go over about 2000 watts, because you don't want to start kicking breakers. So this one is a 1500 watt. Now you don't ever want to try to use something that's lower than a 1500 watt. I'll turn this back around so I can talk to you about this. So if it's less than 1500 watts, then it's not going to get hot enough to get your pressure canner up to pressure. I'm not even sure it would get a water bath up to boiling and keep it there if it's less than 1500 watts. So, I've done some research on Amazon, and there are a few different ones on there. Now, I will say this: if you have a stainless pressure cooker, then you can use it's like the induction burner. So you can, look for that on there, but make sure you get something that's 1500 watts. I think the one that I've got is an 1800 that I use with my steam canner. And so, but there are lots of different ones. But now I should have shown you this. Let me show you something right fast. Okay, you'll notice that the size of this burner, I believe, is a 7-inch. Okay, watch this. So across there, actually it's the 8-inch. The burner itself, I guess, is 7, but across from there to there, on the outside of the rim, it's 9 inches. But then when you look across the entire length, you can see it's 15 inches wide, and that makes it more stable for your big pots, especially, like my big water bath canners are every bit that wide. In fact, they probably hang over the edge just a little bit. Now, it's not that much front to back. Let me get this open back up, and I'll show you here from front to back. What is it, 10 inches or 10 and a half, something like that. So you want to make sure that you've got something that's a substantial width and the burner big enough so that, it will take care of putting enough heat under the pot, and then enough to balance that pot to keep it from, toppling off. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. The burners that I have found recently, that one, that is an industrial strength burner. It's made for restaurant use. So in a restaurant, in that, it would be, it's stronger. And I've already worn one out, but it took me 4 years of, constant use to wear it out. And the others, you're looking at $60, $75 to $100 for the cheaper ones. But just make sure that you get something that's got a large burner on it and that's wide enough to accommodate your big pots. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Y'all just keep praying for me. Hopefully I'll be back to full time before too long. So anyway, until the next time, God bless you.